Apple have just released AirPods Pro this week for those Pro headphone users. They come in one colour, they cost 250 quid, but I think they might just be worth the upgrade. Now, design-wise, the AirPods Pro are almost exactly the same to classic AirPods, but with some small changes. You can have a look. Side by side, the case looks fairly similar. It's a bit shorter and a bit fatter, and it's a wireless charging case, which you'd hope to get for 250 quid. The AirPods themselves are a little bit shorter, a little bit fatter than your classic AirPods, and by now you probably already know that at the end of the AirPods Pro is that silicone tip, which is to help with the noise cancellation, which I'll get to in a minute. The AirPod Pros are IPX4 water resistant as well, so that means a little bit of water, a little bit of rain, and they should be just fine. The one part of owning AirPods that I've always liked is just connecting them, and it's dead easy. You open up the case, you flip it up, and it pops up on the phone, and that's no different with the AirPods Pro. In fact, with the AirPods Pro, it gives you a couple more new splash screens when you actually connect them for the first time. It talks to you about the media controls, and it talks to you about the active noise cancellation and how you can change from transparency mode, which I'll get to, and the noise cancellation. Right, let's talk about that active noise cancellation, shall we? It's the first time that Apple have tried doing this noise cancellation in in-ear headphones, and so far I've only used them for a couple of hours, but it's pretty good. Here's a tip for you. Once you've connected your AirPods Pro, go to the Bluetooth settings, click on the little eye symbol, and then you can do what Apple are calling it the ear tip fit test, which sees whether the seal in your ears is really good for noise cancellation or whether you need to swap out some of the tips for some of the smaller ones or some of the larger ones. So it's actually pretty cool. Apple are doing this noise cancellation by using two microphones. So one that's on the outside of the AirPod and then one that's also in your ear as well. And they're using the advanced software to continuously adapt to background noise. And actually talking of background noise, this is where the transparency mode comes in really well. There are a few ways you can turn the transparency mode on and off. One of the ways is by doing it through your Apple Watch. You can also do it through the AirPods themselves, so you can just hold on to the side of one of the AirPods for a second or two. Or you can go to the control center, you can long press on the volume menu, and then at the bottom you get your three options, and then it gives you your noise cancellation or your transparency mode. And I think it's really nice to be able to actually hear what's going on around you. So sometimes the background noise is quite important. So if you're just crossing a road to make sure there's no cars coming, or if you're in a train station and you want to just listen to some of the announcements which are going on, it's fairly easy to do so, and it's fairly similar to this. The sound quality of the AirPods Pro are good. They're nothing special. They're a bit better than AirPods, the classic version of AirPods, but because of the noise cancellation, you kind of expect to get that. But with noise cancellation on, the AirPods sound better than they do with the transparency mode turned on. And if you're using it in transparency mode, it just sounds like normal AirPods, really. The one thing I want to look out for when using these over the next couple of weeks is just the battery life. So with noise cancellation on, you get 4.5 hours of listening time, and once that's turned off, you get 5 hours. So there's not a massive difference between the two, but we've got to see what the battery life is like. With the case, you get 24 hours of listening time, which you pop them back in again. I haven't got any final thoughts properly yet on the AirPods Pro because I've only been using them for a couple of hours, but the design is all right. It's better than I thought they'd be. The noise cancellation is also a lot better than I thought it would be, and the sound quality is okay, but I'll test it a little bit more over the next couple of days and do a proper full review video sometime next week. And if you wanted to go and get them, then why not? Go and see what they're like. But if you are going to get them, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, also give the video a like as well, and until next time, see you later.